Hi, my name is Stacy Failinger, and I am the owner of Healthy and Fit for Life. One of the areas that I work with my clients is on healthy aging, which includes brain health and trying to eat the right foods in order to prevent both Alzheimer's and dementia. So that's what we're going to talk about today are 15 different types of brain boosting foods that if you eat them often can help prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. Now, I don't know about you, if you know someone who's suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's or has suffered from it in the past. It's been on both sides of my family, which is why I started researching this topic to begin with. So Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia and the sixth leading cause of death in the United States. Researchers are trying to figure out exactly what causes the disease, but they have found that certain foods affect the progression and onset of disease if you happen to carry the gene for Alzheimer's. And anyone can get tested if they would like to for this gene, if you would like to know if you are a gene carrier. Nutrition seems to play the most importance in fighting this disease because fewer than 5% of cases are directly caused by genetics. Scientists have found that the brains of Alzheimer's patients contain abnormal deposits of proteins called amyloid plaques and tangles. The plaques build up around the brain's nerve cells while tangles form inside the cells, leading to blocked communication between brain cells and eventually cell death. Determining what causes this buildup of plaques and tangles is the key to finding a treatment. Two factors that appear to play a role are oxidative damage by free radicals and inflammation. Both of these symptoms are associated with the natural aging process, but they're also impacted by lifestyle. There's a strong connection between Alzheimer's and diabetes. Studies have shown that people with type 2 diabetes may be twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's, potentially due to insulin resistance. Some scientists even refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes. According to experts at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, type 2 diabetes is almost always preventable through exercise and diet. Researchers at Rush University Medical Center developed a diet that helped lower the risk of Alzheimer's by as much as 53% in study participants who followed it religiously, and by as much as 35% in moderate followers. Focus on eating the following 15 brain boosting foods to lessen you and your family's chance of developing dementia or Alzheimer's. Number one is fish. Eating fish like tuna and salmon have been shown to slow decline in those with the Alzheimer's gene thanks to the high content of omega 3 DHA fatty acid, which reduces oxidative stress and slows plaque buildup. Suggested intake is at least 4 to 6 ounces serving per week. Number two are blueberries. Due to the high antioxidant levels of blueberries, they top the berry list and appear to help protect sensitive brain cells from harmful free radicals. Suggested intake include with 4 or more meals per week. Number three are nuts. Walnuts top the list for brain health because they contain omega 3s and they also contain vitamin E and other antioxidants. Suggested intake is 1 ounce at least 5 days a week. Number four are beans. Since beans contain B vitamins and phytochemicals, as well as a good supply of glucose, which is the brain's top fuel source, they are natural brain boosters. Suggested intake include with 4 or more meals a week. Number five are dark leafy greens. Greens are packed with folate and phytochemicals, both of which have been linked to a lower risk of mental decline. Leafy greens may be one of the best ways to maintain proper brain function to slow dementia development. Suggested intake are at least 6 cups weekly. Number six is extra virgin olive oil. The oil contains oleocanthal, which boosts production of key enzymes that help break down the plaques associated with Alzheimer. Suggested intake is to use it often. Number seven is wine. Several studies link moderate alcohol intake with improved memory and possibly even lower Alzheimer's risk. Red wine may offer even more brain benefits due to resveratrol, a compound in red grapes that may help reduce amyloid plaques buildup in the brain. For kids, eating red grapes will have the same healthy benefit for their growing brains. Suggested intake is no more than 1 glass a day. Number eight is green tea. This tea is antioxidant rich and appears to be one of the best ways to keep the brain hydrated due to compounds called catechins. These catechins appear to be some of the most effective antioxidants in preventing free radical damage. Suggested intake is to drink regularly. Number 9 is coffee. Harvard researchers found that people who drink 3 to 5 cups of coffee, this could be caffeinated or decaf coffee, a day may have a lower risk of developing neurological diseases and type 2 diabetes. Coffee contains a compound called chlorogenic acid that acts as an anti-inflammatory and increases cells' insulin resistance. Caffeine also blocks andosine, a chemical that inhibits the activity of nerve cells. So suggested intake of coffee is less than 4 cups a day. Number 10, dark chocolate. This is my personal favorite type of chocolate, and the flavonoids help create neurons and have been shown to improve cognitive function. Chocolate also encourages the release of endorphins, which elevate your mood. The best dark chocolate contains at least 60% or higher of the cacao, I guess is how you say that. And suggested intake is enjoy 1 ounce treat occasionally. Number 11 is fermented foods. So scientists are still studying the exact impact that our gut microbes have on the brain, but they recommend eating more probiotics, prebiotics, and fermented foods such as yogurt, kimchi, kombucha, miso, and sauerkraut. Fermented foods also contain high concentrations of vitamin K, which may be a factor in slowing the development of Alzheimer's because of its key role in the synthesis of important lipids. So, suggested intake is to eat it several times a week. Number 12 is turmeric. In a 2012 Ohio State University study, curcumin, a compound found in turmeric, reduced amyloid accumulation in the brains of middle-aged subjects. Residents of India who use turmeric in several dishes have low rates of Alzheimer's, a statistic that some associate with the region's high levels of turmeric intake. So, suggested intake is to incorporate 1 or 2 turmeric dishes, such as a curry, a week. Number 13 are foods rich in B vitamins. Low levels of folate and B12 are associated with increased risk for Alzheimer's and dementia. Foods high in B vitamins include greens, whole grains, and lean protein, including shellfish. Suggested intake, these foods should be your diet staples, so eat them several times a week. Number 14 are eggs. They are high in vitamin D and choline, 2 nutrients key for brain health. Many Americans do not obtain enough vitamin D, and a recent study found that older adults who are moderately deficient in vitamin D had a 53% increased risk of developing Alzheimer's. Choline helps stimulate neurotransmitters and regulate metabolism. So suggested intake is up to 1 a day for healthy adults and up to 3 a week for those with heart disease or diabetes. And number 15 is coconut oil. This plant oil is rich in medium chain triglycerides, a type of fat that may boost, I should say, ketone levels. One theory is that ketones may be a substitute energy source for glucose when brain cells become insulin resistant due to Alzheimer's. Suggested intake is coconut oil is predominantly saturated fat. However, several clinical trials looking at potential effects on dementia and Alzheimer's are currently being conducted. For now, enjoy substituting coconut oil in baked goods for butter. I also recommend using a tablespoon of coconut oil to make stovetop popcorn. It's great. I use the coconut oil and also put the extra virgin olive oil instead of butter on the popcorn, and it is delicious. And you can even add nutritional yeast if you like a cheese flavored popcorn. So, to sum up here, I would try to incorporate all of these foods in your diet to prolong your brain health. Your children will benefit as well if they are eating these foods in their diet. Dementia and Alzheimer's doesn't just appear one day. It starts happening decades before it actually is ever diagnosed. But it appears to be caused by a lifetime of not eating the proper foods. Perhaps in the future, dementia won't be the 6th leading cause of death if the majority of people can eat more healthful throughout their life. So I just want to close with, I hope you liked this lesson on 15 brain boosting foods. And if you would like to connect with me, my website is www.myhealthcoachstacy.com. You can also reach me via email at stacy@myhealthcoachstacy.com. You can also find me on Facebook, and I'm also at Healthy for Life on Facebook, is what you can search to find me there. And you can also look for me on YouTube as well under Healthy for Life. And if you would like to have a personal consultation with me, I call it it's a free 30-minute healthy habits strategy session. Then go and you just have to go to my calendar, or actually just email me, because you don't have the link on here, but just go to my the email that I provided, and then I will get you on my calendar. I always have a few slots open every week for these free consultations, and we can discuss how we can help you with either brain health, healthy aging, or another specialty of mine is weight loss and weight maintenance. I hope to hear from you soon, and I hope you enjoyed the class. Thanks.